clean connection surfaces. Add sealing tape. Sealing tape is vulcanizing tape, so you need to stretch it at the same time as installing to make it tight. Apply 2 to 3 layers. Repeat for the other end. Open the silicone bladder and place the installation tool head inside of it. Make sure that the bladder is centralized on the installation tool head, and then center the end of the tool head in the bladder opening. Fold over the ends of the bladder, splitting the difference on each side and wrapping toward the bottom of the installation tool. Add sealing tape. Remember that sealing tape is vulcanizing tape, so you need to stretch it at the same time as installing to make it tight. The sealing tape needs to be wide enough so that the groove or slot of the installation tool head sleeve is covered and that the cable tie or hose clamps will be completely positioned on the tape and not on the bladder. Repeat on the other end. Add cable ties using the strapping tool or Picote hose clamp to the end of the bladder. Using the cable tie, loop it around itself twice, making a double round, but don't close it yet. Add Superglidex lubricant between the first and second layer to remove friction. Make sure that it is in the center of the groove before tightening. Position the cable tie lock on the side of the bladder so that the lock is not covering any of the bladder folds and is not on the top of the bladder. Hand tighten, then finish securing with the strapping tool. You will need to tighten them securely beyond what you can likely do with just your hand strength alone. Using the tool against the table as shown will provide the extra leverage needed. You will need to do this approximately 15 times till fully tightened. We recommend using the cable ties and strapping tool to make the connection between the installation tool head and bladder airtight. The advantage of these cable ties is that the locks are very small and thin. The locks on normal hose clamps are quite large, which means they can easily get stuck to pipe joints or tight bends. Cut the excess cable tie and lock it with the strapping tool. Repeat for the other end. Before adding cover tape over the cable ties, install the installation tool head air adapter and pressure regulator and add air pressure to test that the bladder is not leaking. Slowly inflate the bladder to approximately 0.5 bar or 7 psi. Stop inflation by closing the air adapter valve handle, then check for leaks on both ends of the bladder, as well as the steam port. If no leaks are found, turn off the air, remove the pressure regulator, and open the air adapter valve handle to release the air pressure from the bladder. Then cover the cable ties or hose clamps with 3 to 4 layers of installation tool head cover tape on both ends. Repeat on the other end. Check that the steam valve is closed by turning it clockwise into the closed position. Spray Picote bladder lubricant inside the bladder through the coupling. Massage the bladder to spread the lubricant throughout so that the surfaces slide easily against each other. Test that the bladder is lubricated and slides easily by pushing the lateral portion inside the main using a rounded stick or rod. Be careful not to damage the bladder during this step. Additional lubricant will need to be added as necessary. We recommend checking the bladder before each installation. You're now ready to start using your connection collar. Please refer to the upcoming release of the Picote Connection Collar installation course or the Operation and Safety Manual for additional information.